We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another exciting edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. I see Pickles in here.
I do see pickles and smell pickles. They look delicious. Okay, Jay, I don't know if do you like pickles?
I love pickles.
There's nothing you don't like in a pickle, right?
There's not a thing. I have not encountered a pickle I have not liked yet.
Did you know that if you have a cramp in your leg, you drink some pickle juice and it takes it away?
Really?
Yes.
It works.
And
I know that they give pickle juice when you're running, like at the Crim and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It totally works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have an expert here that can tell you all about that. Her name is Cynthia Hines. I had the pleasure of meeting Cynthia, about a year or two ago. Women's Magazine did like a fashion show, and they had women set up with all their wares, and she was one of them. And I was doing the fashion show, but I came down because all these people around her table, I thought, what's going on over there?
she's
It's called Papa Old Fashioned Pickles, and she makes them herself, and she had all these samples out, and she was so kind, she brought us some to try as well. So we'll have to fight over that. You know what? We'll divide them evenly. Okay? So, Cynthia, thank you for coming at the last minute because I saw where you won an award at the Flint and Genesee Chamber. I was so proud of you. Tell us about that.
Well, this was my first time attending a luncheon. So that chamber. Back up. The chamber has all these different committees, and incidentally, I participated with 2 committees in 1 week. So
wow!
On Wednesday, I was with the Women's Leadership Committee, and on Friday, I was with the AAAC, which means the African American Advisory Committee, and that particular committee, in commemoration for Black History Month, they did a luncheon. And not only did they do a luncheon, they did like a mini pitch competition where they had businesses that were less than 2 years and then businesses that were more than 2 years. And we submit. First, you had to say you're coming to the luncheon. And then 2, you submit. And then 3, you get selected. And so we were selected to pitch and we won.
How much time are you given to do your pitch?
It's 5-minute pitch.
Okay, that's good. Did you feel like you had enough time to tell them everything?
Oh, that's more than enough time. Some pitches are 3 minutes. I think the shortest one I've done might be like 90 seconds.
Oh, wow.
But those are pre-recorded where you do a 90-second video.
Okay.
So that's probably the shortest one. So anywhere from 90 seconds to 5 minutes is fair game.
Well, obviously you did a great job because you won.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what did you win? Like, what was the title?
So the prize was $1,000.
Oh, nice.
Which was good. We can always use $1,000.
No
And
kidding.
I already knew exactly what we were going to spend on it. Some marketing, floor displays, because we're in the North Flint food market, the new co-op. So
okay, you're up there. Okay.
Yeah, we're there.
Where is that located?
It's on
It's
Clio
on
Road,
Clio and Pearson Road.
Okay. And you're there, you say?
Yes, we're in that store.
So what are your hours that you're there?
Oh, no. Our product is on shelves. Keep in mind, we're a consumer packaged goods. So we sell to the stores and the stores sell to you. So it's a grocery store.
Okay.
So, but I had already talked to the manager and showed her a mock-up of what it would look like. Because if we had a floor display that looked like this, do you have floor space? Would you put our product? Because people think that just because you get into the store, like, yes, we're in the store. Well, you still need to do some marketing.
You do.
Especially when you're new in a particular location so that you can get some traction and velocity of them reordering your product. You want them to reorder, right? You don't want it to just be one order and then they never order again.
And there's a science behind that. They say when people walk into a store, they always go to the right first. And then you want to do like a head level, eye level so they can see
eye level,
the
I don't know about going to the right, but if you're left-handed, like my husband, you might go to your left. But
I'm left-handed.
I do know that eye level makes a difference, the level on which you are in. So our display that was designed through Prestige Promotion, shout out to them. They do all of our marketing promotional wares, like my T-shirt.
I love your T-shirt.
Yeah,
Papa
anything I
Pickles.
say, I need something like this, and they will go out and do the research and figure it out and say, hey, do you like this? Do you like that? So they already had a mock-up, by the way, which was perfect, and it's in that price range. So I used that picture of that mock-up on one of my slides in the pitch. I'm like, if I win the money, I'm going to buy this. And by the way, the owner is sitting right there, and he wants you to vote for me so that I can pay him.
Strategy. That's
yes. So not only you're supporting one business, Papa's Pickles, but you're also supporting Prestige promotions.
Sure.
Which then in turn will support the North Flint food market. You see how that works? So when you shop local, you just keep turning those dollars over and over.
So helpful.
In your community, and that's what we're trying to do.
And you said you're also in Detroit, the Eastern Market?
Yes, we are in the Eastern Market on Saturdays. We started off at the Davison Market.
Sure.
And we're still loyal to them, and we will still pay for the season and have a booth there. But as we've grown to justify spending an entire day somewhere, we really needed more traffic, more foot traffic.
I get that.
So the Eastern Market, we kind of tried it out starting in June on the Tuesdays, and they told me they just approved me for Tuesdays, and I believe that. But when they saw the response to us, they were like, "Oh, you can come on Saturdays."
Oh, dude. That's
and
great.
we was like, "Oh, thank you. Think we will." So since June of 25, we've been at the Eastern Market on Saturdays and in Tuesdays in the summer, and that's been going really well because it is the largest farmers market in the state of Michigan, and it is a destination. People who are traveling coming through for marathons and special events, that's one of the places they're going to stop at. They're going to stop there, which then feeds into our online business. They say, "Yeah, but I live in so-and-so." I'm like, "No worries. You're going to need some more, and we ship." So just go online, order some more. We'll be happy to ship it to you.
I love that. I know, and you have so many different varieties. How many varieties do you have right now?
So we have a total of 8 varieties, 6 types of pickles, 6 flavored pickles, 3 types of sweet, 3 types of dill, including a spicy dill and a spicy sweet. Look at his face. Look at that face.
I know. He loves pickles.
And
make my
then-
mouth water. It really
Right.
is.
And then we have our best-selling cha-cha. And a lot of people don't know what that is, so let me tell you what that is. It is cabbage, it is carrots, it is onions, 3 types of onions, 5 different types of sweet peppers. You can put it on your pulled pork, your hamburger, your hot dogs, your brats, your Reuben. You're vegan, put it in your salad. I put it on a pierogi. I put it on an egg roll. One lady that visits us in the Davison Market, she said, "I put it in with my eggs in the morning." So it's really whatever you want to do with it. It's yours. Once we sell it to you, we're not responsible for what you do with it. That's on you.
Yep.
So are they all the same price?
Yes, we just keep, in all honesty, the cost of making it is not the same, but I'm just a simple kind of girl. I just this size is this cost, right? Yep. So we're in some cases we'll be making more, in other cases we'll be making less, and I believe it just kind of all evens out.
So this says that it's Papa's Pickles and Things, and it's made in Michigan. It's a 16-ounce. How much would this cost?
Yeah, that's we retail that for $10.
Okay.
Now I can tell you that the North Flint Market has theirs on the shelf for $8.99. So if you want to save a buck, go
there. You go.
Go to the corner of Pearson and Clio, and they have 4 of our SKUs. So that's the thing. Most stores cannot afford to carry your full product line. We have 8. Yeah. So we'll have maybe our 4 or 5 best sellers. Or in some cases, if a store is overloaded with pickles, there's we just want to try, but nobody ever has the cha-cha. So that's always a shoe-in. That'll always get us in the door at a store. And then, by the way, people start asking for our pickles. So it's a different way of backing into that. So
it must be psychosomatic. I'm not kidding. My mouth is actually watering for them right now.
Because you're looking at the pickle jars.
I am. I can feel it water.
It is
good.
And so when we do the markets, we sample. We do free samples.
That always gets them over. That's why your table is so full.
That's the way to sell them right there.
When we were doing that fashion show for the Women's Magazine, there were people set up with books and with wares. Her table was full of people all the way around because of the samples.
Yeah, we had that effect on people. Now, I'll tell you that then the thing with the cha-cha, I always tell people, I can tell you about it all day long, but you need to experience this.
Right.
It's something you need to experience because me just talking about, it sounds good, but when you taste it, people's like, "Oh my God."
Yes.
They're like, "Oh my God.
What's in this?" It's a pickle.
This is crazy. Yeah. I said, yes, that's in a jar of ridiculousness.
And you make it yourself. And you make it yourself. You
myself, my husband now, he's going to be listening to this.
Okay.
So you got to give Pawpaw the credit because
that's how you got the name?
Yes, we have 9 grandchildren. He is Pawpaw. So technically, I'm Pawpaw's wife.
Okay, you got it.
I'm the business mind. He's the chef.
So how long does it take you to chop all of that and to, marinate and do everything you have to do? How long does that take to make, say, one jar?
We typically will book the kitchen. We produce these out of the Flint Food Works, which is the Flint Farmers Market. They have commercial kitchen in the back. So we typically will block 4-hour blocks of time. We'll say we're working on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9:30 to 1:30. That's what we're doing. And one day we'll do sweet, and another day we'll do dill, and another day will be dedicated to cha-cha. We can get it done. We can get done what we need to get done at this point. At some point, we're going to need more than 12 hours a week in the kitchen.
I was going to say, I see you being on like Shark. What's that called?
The Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, and you're going to have like more people. You're going to have more people in production.
And so I get this question because people are already seeing the growth and they're already seeing where this can go. They're like, what are you going to do when you blow up? Let's just say that word. When you blow up, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, I've got this figured out. We're only spending 12 hours a week. So that means there's still more hours in the week. I can throw more hours at it. I can throw more people at it. We're only doing 12 hours a week and a team, and doing that when we're in there, typically it's a team of 2. So that means there's space and opportunity, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I can throw more people at that. I can run a 20. I've worked in a plant that ran 24 hours before. So I'm not afraid of third shift. What about it?
Now these are nice and cold. Are they supposed to be refrigerated, or was it just because it was outside?
They're cold because I had them in a cool place.
Okay.
I can't say they taste better cold.
Yeah.
Any pickle just
and
about
if you open them, make them cold too, right?
So if you open them, then you store them in the refrigerator. Otherwise, until you open them, they're shelf stable.
Nice. Okay.
So that's good. So when we go into a grocer or a store, they say, do these have to be? I say, no, these are shelf stable. That's good because refrigeration costs them more money. They've got a limited amount of refrigeration space, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the fact that they can just go on any shelf where you put them, that's a good selling point. But once you open them, then you just put them in the refrigerator like you do any other pickle. And they last about the same as any other pickle as well.
How did you even get started? Like, what's the first pickle that you made? Thought, this is so good, I should sell it. Like, what happened?
That's not what happened.
That's what I want to know. It's
that is not what happened.
Tell us a story.
Clearly, you haven't listened to our pitch because we tell our story. Papa's Pickles was born out of the pandemic. This is a pandemic baby. And if you look back, there were a lot of things that came into fruition during the pandemic, right?
That's true. Yeah.
And so Papa's Pickles is one of those things. So we had the pandemic and it was very stressful and you couldn't go visit anybody and you just quarantined in your house, and watching TV was depressing. So you had that going on. Also during that time frame, I got a cancer diagnosis.
Oh, no.
A non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I was in and out of the hospital while they were trying to figure out what was going on with me. So instead of 2 people being stuck in the house, now my husband is stuck in the house without me. So even though I didn't have COVID ran everything. Even the people who didn't have COVID in the hospital, you're limited to 1 visitor or no visitors, or you had the whole hospital's like on lockdown because of this novel virus that they didn't know what's going on. So you had all of that going on. My husband, when he's bored, he goes into the kitchen, he starts cooking. And he started making Danish rolls. And I'm like, dude, no. No, no, and no. It's just 2 people.
Yeah.
We can't have you making pans and pans of something sweet. And I love sweets, by the way. So he switched. Something clicked in his mind. His mind went back to his grandma Martha from Arkansas, and he started making pickles. He's the kid that used to hang out in the kitchen when grandma's cooking.
Oh, he
just
learned
hanging out in the kitchen, watching grandma, the official taste tester, learned how to play with spices, and just learned all the things. From hanging out in the kitchen.
What was his very first flavor?
Bread and butter. Bread and butter, which I don't have one of those here today, but bread and butter was the very first flavor, which a lot of people, if they say their grandma used to make pickles, that's the one they're talking about.
Okay.
It's a traditional sweet pickle. Mm-hmm. Some people call it an icebox pickle. And he knew I liked bread and butter because I had that's the first one he made.
Aww.
And then he just started making big jars, small jars, spears, chips, He just went crazy.
So
with it.
who gave the idea to say, let's sell them? I mean, you're making them for your family and friends.
So I'm the business person.
Okay.
And when I got home, I'm like, dude, what are we doing? What is going on here? He had so many pickles, he bought a refrigerator. When I came home, he had bought a refrigerator.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the other thing that he does. He does retail therapy when I'm not there either. He spends
be
money.
dangerous,
He bought a boat. And he bought a boat. He bought a boat and he bought a refrigerator. And he bought a refrigerator specifically for the pickles. So all of a sudden now we got a whole refrigerator with just pickles in it. So fast forward, the world opens back up. At that time, I'm an entrepreneur. I was already an entrepreneur and independent contractor. So I was selling insurance for Aflac. I had already purchased a table at a business event, like a business expo. It was the first Black business expo in Muskegon. Nice. And I'm like, you know what? I'm taking these and put them on my table.
Good for you.
To get people to come over and to talk to me. You know how the people have pins and
the boring stuff.
They have all these promotionals to get you to come over and talk to them about whatever it is they're selling. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to put these. These would be a nice conversation starter. Well, it worked, but it kind of backfired because I didn't sell any pickle. I didn't sell any insurance.
All pickles.
But the pickles were all gone. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince people they need life insurance when all they want is a good pickle.
Yeah.
So I don't sell insurance
with
anymore.
Every insurance agent, every insurance contract you sell, they get a free jar of pickles.
Right. It just didn't work that way.
No,
So the pickle insurance is out and pickles are in. It's a much easier sell. They pretty much sell themselves.
No kidding. So what's your favorite? I know you probably like them all, but if you only could pick one, what would it be?
And again, I didn't bring that one, but it's called sweet and zesty. So it is between. So there's three types of sweet. There's bread and butter, which is your straight, which is amazing, by the way. Mm-hmm. But then there's something called sweet and zesty. So it's like a sweet. It's a bread and butter, but it's got like a little zip to it. It's got a little zing to it, and I'm like, man, I like that.
Oh, I like that too.
That sounds
three
good.
in my mouth, one on the sandwich. Three in my mouth, one on the sandwich.
So you have 8 jars, 8 different flavors.
8 flavors.
Is there a deal if you buy all 8 of them? You get a discount? Probably,
I have not done that. However, we have wholesalers. So if you're going to go so far as buy a full case, I might treat you like a wholesaler and give you the wholesale price, which means that's the price that I sell to the stores. So then they have to have a margin so they can mark it up.
Absolutely. Yep. Sure.
But if you're going to come to me and buy a case or two,
you'll make a deal.
Give me a
okay, I'll get you a deal.
Well,
there.
Come on. Yeah. I mean, I do it for the market.
Right. And they make great Christmas gifts too, right? A little pretty
yes.
bow on there, red bow.
So we have a box. A holiday box.
Oh, good idea.
But it's not specific to the box. We started with a holiday box, but then in 25, I had a special branded box created that can be gifted all year round. So you can put 3 flavors in there, mix and match. You can go to the website and buy it still says holiday box, so I'm going to change that. But buy the gift box, tell me what you want in there, and then who to send it to.
It's called a special box or celebration box.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's huge during the holidays. And I had a father bought it. I said, you bought the box, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, is this for a special occasion? He was like, no, this is just me being a cool dad.
Oh, that's great. So is that $30 or more because you had the box?
It's $38.
Okay,
it's a little bit of upcharge. Yeah, you paying for the box.
Are there 16 ounces in there?
It's the full size sample, and it's 3 of them, and you mix and match, and it's very pretty, and it makes a nice gift.
Sure.
What can you imagine?
My birthday is March 8th. That's on Sunday.
My birthday's tomorrow, but I already
happy birthday!
Yes, my birthday's tomorrow. So
happy birthday.
So you have the gift boxes, and I run lots of promotionals during that fourth quarter. That whole fourth quarter, we're just flat out because we're shipping all across the country. A lot of gift giving, a lot of parties, and things like that.
Well, I was thinking too, I don't know if it'd be too much trouble for you to do, but I thought make a box, like a celebration box, and then have all 8, but in smaller little things. Like, so you have 8 flavors and small.
We could do that. I have a friend who does jam.
Yeah, well, there you go.
She's in, where is she? Niles, Michigan. It's called Sticky Spoons. Shout out to Sticky Spoons. And she's also my customer. She buys pickles from me to put in her gift baskets. She does corporate gifting. And she has all these, curated brands in there that she knows us. And I sell to her on wholesale. And then so now our pickles are ending up in places that I have no idea.
And that's okay.
Because they're in her basket. So somebody somewhere got some Papa's pickles and they're excited about it.
And I take it there's a way to order them in the bag someplace, right? They can know how
to the website is on the side of the jar. It might be kind of small.
It's small. Papa Pickles.
Yep, but the website is there.
And things.com.
Yep, Papa's Pickles and Things.com, and you can just go online and order. And of course, if you're local, just reach out to us. We don't want you to pay shipping.
Yeah, just come on over.
Yeah.
All right.
And the N is just the N, so it's not A-N-D. It's
right,
it's
N.
Papa Pickles and Things.
And Things, right.
There you go.
So locally, let me tell you, you can get them locally. Locally, I already talked about the North Flint grocery market. I always get the name mixed up. And then in Davison, Living Water. At the farmer's market, it's called Living Water LTD. He's the water guy. He sells alkaline water and stuff. Okay. And so he's got, for sure, the cha-cha and garlic dill, which is the number one pickle. The person who has the widest variety would be downtown Flint Farmers Market, and that's called Michigan at the Market. So a couple, they sell all Michigan-made products, and because she's in the market and we make at the market, she can get anything, so she usually has all of those.
You walk in, there's two different doors. You can walk in by the restaurant or walk in the end. Where are they located when you walk in?
She's on the end where Charlie's barbecue used to be.
Yeah, right.
She's right on that end, so you walk in and right diagonal, she's right in front of you. I think they've got like a fudge case. They've got a whole assortment of Michigan brands.
And they have a little kitty area to play in the corner across, probably kitty corner from that.
No, that's on the other end.
Oh, that's okay.
So the end that's closest to, let's say, the bus station. The bus station is across the street, right? Okay. That door.
That's what I was talking about. There's a little kids thing in the very corner in the back. Oh, but you're up.
It's all the way in the back. She's right in the front. As soon as you come in the front door, she's right there. So they have Papa, and they got a little call out sign. So they traditionally carry all the flavors, but if they're out of flavor, she's got me on speed dial. She was like, "Hey, I need some more."
You can order them.
I know, and there's times that she's called me in one day. It's like, I sold out. Some lady came in and bought 5 jars of cha-cha. Can I get more? I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'll bring you more. So that happens
for you.
too.
I'm so happy for you. I think that's wonderful.
It's been fun. Oh, and then spring is coming.
Yep.
So Swartz Creek, Rich's greenhouse and farm market in Swartz Creek.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That place is hopping.
Good.
That's the first place we were on shelves. He's the first person. They was like, we kept buying. It's like, what are you doing with all these cucumbers? What are you doing? They were curious. It was like, well, you should be on the shelf here.
I can arrange that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me think about it. I don't know if we're ready.
You're ready.
We weren't then, but we hurry up and became ready.
Yep.
Well, I'm proud of you. I think that's great. And so your husband's what's his real name?
Tony.
Tony goes by Papa.
Yep.
And is that's his only job, and he's working, dedicates all the time to that?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I was in the dining room doing some content before I came here.
Yeah.
And I picked up off the floor a little handwritten note, and it's from a little kid that wrote him a note. He was a substitute bus driver for Grand Blanc Public Schools, community schools, and the kids just loved him. And she wrote a little note about, "You're the best. We just love you." Blah blah blah. And so I was like, poor little thing. I took her bus driver. I'm like, I need you. I need you here. You're over there working there.
Yeah.
And I told you when you took that job, you were not going to be a sub, right? Because you're always short of bus drivers.
Right. Oh, we could use them here too if you ever wanted a job.
Yeah, I knew that from selling insurance, that there's a shortage of bus drivers everywhere.
Everywhere.
And he said, "Oh, I'm just going to be a sub." I'm like, not so. You're going to get sucked into the vortex, and you will not be a sub.
It's hard to say no those little faces as those kids.
I know.
Like, I know.
And he's perfect because he's a grandpa, and they feel that love from him.
Sincerity.
And they were in tears.
Aww.
They were in tears. I made me feel bad, but I got over it.
Yeah, that's right.
I got over it.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Cynthia, thank you so much for taking the valuable time to come in, because I know you had to drive all the way here from Detroit. You're doing something there.
Well, yeah, I did something there. We got a new store that we're coming to in, I won't say where, but we got a new store in Royal Oak.
Oh,
in
nice
Royal
area.
Oak, Michigan. Yes,
Yeah.
nice
Nice.
area.
Sure.
So we'll be probably making our first delivery to them next week.
Wow, you are going to need some help. You are going to get, like you said, explode.
Yeah, you guys available? Can you well, I should ask you, do you work for Pickles? See, he looks like he would work for Pickles.
I could do a part-time thing with the Pickles. Yeah.
We'll hold up a sign. We'll work for Pickles.
Forget the nickel, give me the pickle.
Yeah, give me the nickel, give me the pickle. There we go.
Well, thank you. I can't wait to try them. Thank you for letting us try that and sample them. And they can come sample them anywhere you are, like their Davison
So
Country Club.
in the Davison Farmers Market, we will be there starting when the outdoor season, which starts in May. So we're getting ready to contract with them. So that starting in May, we have a little booth. We have a booth right there on the corner, right smack in the middle. We want our space. We're not giving up our space. Oh. And on Saturdays, we'll be there. We'll have someone there. Might not be me, but somebody from our team will be there. And then someone else. So we'll run two markets. We'll run the Eastern Market and we'll run the Davison Market. And then, of course, inside, you can always go to Michigan at the market, at the Flint Farmers Market.
Do they have the samples there as well, or just
They don't do samples,
okay.
but
They
she's
can.
got all this stuff.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you know what you want, you just go in there and buy it.
Well, I'm going to try taste all of them so we know what we
Oh
want,
yeah,
right, Jay?
yeah. I mean, you got to take one from the team.
Poor guy.
I know. It's a tough job, and somebody's got to do it.
Jeez.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Congratulations once again on your award, because I think you did.
Thank
your
you.
best.
Fantastic.
I never
Thank
heard
you.
your story, so thank you for sharing the story with us.
Yep, thank
Now
you.
everybody knows, yeah.
Yep.
And you can learn every week, because every week we do On the Road with the MTA. And Jay, how can somebody else be a guest next time?
All they got to do is just drop us an email at podcast@mtaflint.org.
Okay, and you're welcome to come back on too anytime, okay? So
All right, I might do that.
thanks for listening. Please stay safe and listen to On the Road with the MTA every week.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.